All right, good morning, Blue Jackets fans, and welcome to the Centene Community Ice Center here in Maryland Heights, Missouri, a suburb of St. Louis, the Blues practice facility, where your Columbus Blue Jackets are getting ready to take on the Philadelphia Little Flyers in Game 1 of the NGHL Blue Championship weekend. Big shout out to Lisa Buzik and Kathy Taylor. Kathy, you can rest assured Addie is in good hands. She's fine. And hopefully Mike's feeling better. So thinking about Mike this weekend. Both teams out on the ice for warm-ups, and the Jackets coming into today's matchup with a record of 28 wins, 25 losses, 3 draws, 53rd in the My Hockey rankings. The Little Flyers come in at 32 wins, 6 draws, 2 ties, and that's 41st in the My Hockey rankings. In the last 20 games, the Jackets are 8-12, so really trying to turn things around here in this championship weekend for the NGHL are Columbus. And the Flyers coming in the last 20 games with a record of 19-1, so we're looking to kind of break that up against this Flyers team, which the Jackets have faced twice before this year, losing both in a 2-3 overtime shootout loss. Jackets will be back in action this evening, 7 o'clock, against the Arizona Kachinas, and all times are Central Standard Time, so 7 o'clock Central Standard Time is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Glad to have you with us. And Courtney's watching from not Columbus, not even Springboro, but Minnesota, Blaine, Minnesota, where Connor's up there. So good luck to the AAA Blue Jackets 18U boys program, and good luck to Connor Lemmerbrock. Avery will be out here for the Jackets, and I'd like to take a moment to wish Mamaw Day a speedy recovery. Your thoughts are with us. And we know Jimmy Day is in Kentucky there. And Mamaw Day, we're thinking about you, and we wish you a speedy recovery.
With our new floor.
And Kim Binsky, thanks for tuning in. You've got your new floors. Oh, looks brilliant, I'm sure. And the Lynn Scotts from Southeast Ohio are tuned in to this broadcast. And warm-ups are done. The Jackets and the Flyers ready to get underway here. The Jackets will be in their blue jerseys, red shorts, and the Flyers will be in the white jerseys with the black trim and black shorts. Chris Schuler, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you taking the time today to watch the Jackets. Looks like Lemmerbrock, Day, and Taylor out there with Prawl and Davies on the back end, and Molly Binsky gets the nod between the pipes for the Jackets. First period about to get underway. Jackets and Flyers coming at you from the Centene Community Ice Center. And right off the faceoff, Reagan Davies is going to take this puck down the right-hand side. Reagan Davies has it poke checked, but she will chase it into the corner. Davies now along the end boards, pinned, leaves it for Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock cross ice pass is picked off. And nice active stick by Day, and this is going to go for icing as the Flyers dump it in. Quick whistle here for Columbus. First period just underway. Yes, and Trip Lemmerbrock, the famous Trip Lemmerbrock, is also in Blaine, Minnesota. Flyers control the faceoff. They'll chip it out of the end, and Elena Prawl is going to have to hurry after this. She'll finally get to it. She'll wrap it around, looking for an outlet pass. Up to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock can't control it. The Flyers now have it, and they'll go D to D in their own zone. Slips away from them. Taylor's up on it. Jenna Day in the middle. Taylor elects to go in. It's a goal! Taylor on the turnover. Jackets draw first blood at the 14-15 mark, and that was Taylor off the back-end pass from the Flyers. And Taylor gets on the board for Columbus. Even strength goal at 14-15 of the first period. And Jackets going to change things up. Line change here with Crick Thomas and Busick out there with Lily Talibi and Najla Hayden, who has officially committed to Lebanon Valley to play her college hockey in Lebanon Valley for next year. So congratulations to Najla Hayden on that great achievement. It's always fun to see the Columbus girls continue their careers, and we couldn't be happier for Najla, who's just been in this program for so long, and very happy to have her commit her future to Lebanon Valley. And they're getting a hell of a player out front now. That goes off a stick, and Binsky sees it goes just wide. Buzick now can't control that. It skips off of her stick, and the Flyers control it neutral ice. They'll dump it in and hits off a skate. Now Hayden has got a little bit of space and time, and she'll gain the blue line, but she trips over it. And now dumped in by Caroline Crick, and that'll go out to Talibi, Bella Talibi. Can't control, and here come the Flyers back the other way, left-hand side. Well, dumping in, looking for the forecheck. Talibi will have to race back to get it. She had committed too far into the center, and that left that back end wide open. Now the Flyers behind the net, 13 minutes to go, and picked off nicely by Crick. She'll dump it out, and it's going to go the length of the ice for icing. Loftus was breaking on the right, and this is where the Jackets just need to pick their heads up a little bit and make that pass, as no one was even on Loftus. Crick trying to clear the zone, but just take a breath, pick your head up, have a look, and make that pass on the blue tape. 12:52 left in the first period. Jackets up 1-0, courtesy of Addie Taylor, and Lauren Miller now in for the draw. She'll win it back. Loftus can't get it. Davies overskates it, and now Miller will push it into the corner, out to the point now. Puck comes in, blocked by Loftus. Good work by her. She'll backhand it out of the zone, and the Jackets now chase it into Philly ice. Up and out of the zone from Philly, and Reagan Davies picks up the loose puck for Columbus. She's pushed off, and that puck will escape out to Peyton Folk. Folk now tries to find Miller. Miller with it. She'll spread it out to Talibi. Has to stop it with her skate. She'll just dump it in from the blue line. Miller now on the forecheck. Loftus on the wing there. Miller's going to go into the corner. Nice poke check by Miller, and she's going to come away with the puck. Tries to get it to Loftus against the boards. Davies at the blue line. She'll step up, but that puck skates out. And now Folk will chase back in front of her own bench. Folk now looks to Miller. Miller on the backhand, and we're going to have there's a Flyers player down in front of their own bench. Not sure what happened there. That was behind the play. I don't know whether she collided with another player, but we're going to have a stoppage here with 11:58 left in the first period on a Flyers player who's down in front of their own bench. Not sure what happened. Let me ask one of these parents if they know. Stand by. Looks like maybe she was coming over the bench and tripped and maybe caught an edge. And, man, we don't want to see that. You know, we don't want to see any of these players get injured. There's not enough girls playing ice hockey. We need to keep them all on the ice. So, but, yeah, everybody was kind of watching the play down in the Jackets' defensive zone, and this happened behind the play, and the referees noticed it and blew the whistle. Ricky Ricard's watching. Michael Paulus is watching. So thank you for tuning in. Stick taps to all of you. And Addie Taylor taking advantage of a missed D-to-D pass in the defensive zone for Philadelphia. Hops on it and goes near side blocker. Beats the goalie. And that goal for Columbus comes at the 14-15 mark. So 45 seconds into the period, and the Jackets draw first blood. But now we have a stoppage, and she's still down on the ice. Yeah, we're not going to put the camera on her just out of sensitivities to a player being down on the ice. Not fair to them. So you can look at our girls on the bench and what they're doing. Now she's getting up, so. Man, how unfortunate. I mean, it's such a physical game. You step off the bench, and and lose an edge, and things go wrong pretty quickly. Let's hope that she's okay and she can return to the game. Haven't seen the number, not sure who that is for the Philadelphia Little Flyers, but got some players over there that are looking to help her up when she is ready. There she is. Now she's up. She skated off, so I think she's going to be, let's see if she, hopefully she can continue. She's the only Flyers girl out there with a white helmet. All right, so face-off will come back just outside of the Jackets zone at neutral ice. She's going to actually, the Flyers player is going to leave the ice. Let's hope we see her back on the ice soon. We don't want to see any kind of injury here. No icing now as that puck is sent the length of the ice, and Jenna Day up for Columbus, picked off by Taylor. Taylor has that puck go off a skate, and she can't make it count. Kicked ahead by Peyton Folk. Good work by her. Taylor to Day. Day cross ice for Taylor. Taylor to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock. Oh, she tried to pull the trigger, and it skipped off her skate. Davies had pinched, and that puck from Lemmerbrock goes all the way back into the Jackets zone. Jackets have to regroup. Takes a deflection off of a Flyers stick, and now Davies with it. Davies can't control, and the Flyers will dump it in. No icing. Folk will chase in behind Binsky. Free breakout for the Jackets if they want it. Peyton Folk put it right on a Flyers stick. I mean, tried to hit Reagan Davies, was read by the Flyers, and Binsky with the first big save of the game. Now Davies behind the net's dispossessed. That'll skip up and out, and here comes Taylor. Addie Taylor looking for her second of the day. Taylor fires, and it's a goal! Taylor on the breakaway from Davies, and she goes 5-hole. Addie Taylor with her second at the 10:48 mark, even strength goal. And that's assisted by Reagan Davies. And that is Addie Taylor's 49th goal of the 2022-2023 campaign. Team leading. Binsky with the save from the slot, and the Jackets up early, 2-0 on 2 Taylor goals. Corey Crick is watching. Glad to have you with us as well. Hopefully you tuned in time to see the 2 Jackets goals. Addie Taylor with her 48th and 49th of the season. Here come the Flyers now, left-hand side. Elena Prahl for Columbus chases it back. Tries to find Thomas, but picked off now by the Flyers in behind the net. The Flyers looking to generate some offense here. Ava Busick can't clear it. Now that's fired in, and it goes wide of the net. Jackets hemmed in their own zone here a little bit. Now Caroline Crick will go after it. She'll chip it up and out of the zone. That puck goes off a Philly stick and into the Jackets bench. We'll have a whistle with 9:46 left in the first period. Jackets here going to get a line change in. And Skells is watching. Man, we sure miss you this weekend. Oh, glad. So look, you need to, Skelly, you need to just analyze what you're seeing here and get them dialed in for next weekend. Jackets stretch pass. Fired on the net by Bella Talibi. Glove save, and Miller will reset for the faceoff in Philadelphia zone. Hayden and Loftus out there with Bella Talibi, Peyton Folk, and Lauren Miller. Miller wins the third faceoff. Back to Folk. Folk to Hayden. Boy, she sold that one. You got to be careful. Offside on the Jackets. Miller in for the draw. by the Flyers. Bella Talibi will chase after it along the far side half board. She cuts it off. Good work by her. Miller's up there. She'll chip it ahead. Goes off a skate and goes in behind the net. Now to the corner. Miller along the half board. She pinches it off. Good work by her. Good squeeze play, and now the Flyers can't clear. Peyton Folk keeps it in. Out front looking for Talibi, and Cindy Loftus gives chase. Wrapped around, but the only one there is Miller. Miller looking for a pass. Out front looking for Loftus. Put it right on the stick. Loftus can't find the net, and that puck sticked aside. Good pressure by the Jackets. Miller finds that centering pass in the slot. Loftus draws fire. Goes just wide. The Jackets with some offensive zone pressure here, and the Taylor, Day, and Lemmerbrock line back out onto the ice. Thanks, Skells. And Philly now breaking out left-hand side through neutral ice. Jackets with good coverage back in the D zone. Nice poke check by Prahl. Sends the Flyers in deep. Now behind Binsky, and Reagan Davies is there. Binsky pounces on the loose puck. It'll be defensive zone face-off for Columbus. 8:37 left in the first period. 2 goals by Addison Taylor has the Jackets up 2-0. Now Jenna Day in for Columbus to the left of Binsky. And controlled by the Flyers. They'll quickly go out to the point. Cycle it into the half boards. Dump it in down low. Goes off a skate. Davies takes it. Bounce pass. Taylor on a first period hat trick. Can't grab that puck, and the Flyers find Elena Prahl. They weren't looking for her, but they found her. Kept in nicely by Davies. Davies chips it ahead. Lemmerbrock will chase in on the forecheck for Columbus. Good active stick. And now the Jackets along the half board with Davies and Jenna Day, along with the Flyers. Davies comes away with it. No surprise there. She'll fire it in. Goes wide of the net. Taylor will chase it to the half boards. Sees that puck go to Prahl. Prahl in behind the net. Jenna Day's there to pick it up. Day now looking for an outlet pass. Day from the hash marks. Top of the circle. Day out to Prahl. Prahl now played for this Blues team. AAA back in the 16U level. So no stranger to this rink is Elena Prahl, and the Jackets can't keep it in the zone. And here comes the Flyers out, but nice poke check by Lemmerbrock. Stretch pass off of Jenna Day, and Flyers control it. And now Prahl with it. It's 7:22 left in the first. Jackets trying to get a forward line change in here. Prahl a little late on that outlet pass, and the Flyers control in behind the net. Flyers trying to generate some offense in behind Binsky. Davies there on the defensive duties, and she strips that puck away, and she'll send it the length of the ice. And this one will actually go for icing with 7 minutes left in the first. Jackets up by 2, courtesy of Addie Taylor, who was on the treadmill this morning and burned an entire calorie. We thought she was going to have to go on long-term IR after that, but she was bragging about her 1 calorie on the treadmill this morning for her warm-up. Oh, God, I love these girls. They're so fun. Anyways, out front, a big save by Binsky, and it goes just wide. And Crick was back there on defense. Good work by her, but big save by Binsky. She's had to make a couple here in the first, and now Lily Talibi in behind the net. Good pressure by Talibi, and she'll poke check that around. Thomas can't get it, and that puck will go in between Hatem's legs and in the far side corner. Now behind the net, Lily Talibi with it. For Columbus, the senior from Urbana. Chips it up, out. Thomas can't control. Crick all over the ice as usual, but Talibi with the puck. Bounce pass out. They got to be careful. Too many. That was too many. Woo! Philly dodged the power play there. Crick, good step, and now Busick with it for Columbus. As Philly had too many men on the ice, Busick fires. It's sticked away. She'll chase it up with 6 minutes left here in the first period. Jackets up by a pair. Thomas, good poke check. Now Caroline Crick goes between the legs. That'll go in behind the net. Busick's got it. Looking for a centering pass out front. Thomas can't grab it. Now we're going to have a whistle as the net looks like it's come off the moorings with 5:45 left in the first. Jackets take this moment to have a line change. It looks like Lily Talibi, or Bella Talibi, Lauren Miller, and Cindy Loftus out for the Jackets. Mike Damas, hey, good seeing you on here. Thanks for tuning in. Jackets up 2-0. And now Philly trying to break out of their own zone. They'll clear the blue line, but only as far as Peyton Folk. They'll be chopped in, and Reagan Davies and Cindy Loftus will provide the back check for Columbus. Out now to the point. Slips out, and the Jackets will chase it down with Miller and Talibi both. And that'll be sent the length of the ice, and we're going to have an icing call. Good forecheck pressure by Columbus. Forces that outlet pass to go the length of the ice. And that was Miller and Talibi providing the tenacity for the Jackets. And we'll have an offensive zone faceoff deep in Philly zone. Who? Oh, Mark McElhenney's watching. Man, you're like a premium subscriber, man. Good to have you with us. Miller wins the faceoff. Loftus can't control it. Now Bella Talibi behind the bench, and she's Talibi with a huge body, and no call on that. Probably should have been at least a roughing call, if not a checking call. She's got to be careful with that behind the net. Reagan Davies chips it up and out, and now Peyton Folk can't control it. Goes off her skate. The Jackets now a little haphazardly through neutral ice as the Flyers reset, and they'll gain the blue line. Goes off of Reagan Davies' stick and never makes it on net. Folk picks up the rebound, but she can't find Talibi on the wing. Now behind the net. The Flyers out front, and that deflected pass. Binsky didn't know where it was at. It went off of Davies' skate. Binsky made the save, didn't even know it. And now here come the Flyers, and nice. Davies back there. Now Miller picks up the loose puck. She'll chip it in behind, looking for Bella Talibi with 4:30 left in the period. Now Folk behind the net. Jackets pinned in their own zone, looking for a breakout. Loftus can't reach that. Good active stick. And here come the Flyers behind the net. Miller swipes at it. Out front now, and now Loftus with it off of Folk. Got Bella Talibi on the left-hand side. Loftus with speed across the blue line. Loftus from the right wing fires it in, cross ice, too far ahead of Talibi. Jackets trying to get a line change in here and picked up by Lily Talibi. Good active stick by her. And now the Flyers just going to send it cross ice. Elena Prawl with it. Finds Lemmerbrock. She'll chip it ahead into the zone. It was a little bit behind of her, but negates the icing nonetheless. Poke check. Nice work by Jenna Day. Tailored against the boards, and now Day with it. She pokes it out, and that puck in front of the Philly goalie. Jackets all over it here in the first. Elena Prawl now at her own blue line, and it's a delayed offside call on Columbus as 4 Jackets deep in the zone. Lily Talibi had pinched in, but we had 3 other Jackets inside the zone, and this face-off controlled by Philly. Picked up by Taylor. Taylor now fires it, and it'll go in front of the net. Jenna Day will chase it down at the half boards. Tries to find Prawl. That puck is going to squirt out. And now a potential 2-on-1 the other way for Philly. Prawl's got to work to get back. Nice breakup by Lily Talibi. Prawl with it, can't clear it. Goes off the stick, stays in the zone. Prawl blocks the shot. And the Jackets now with Taylor off the left-hand side as Prawl found her. Lemmerbrock streaking down the right. No center for Columbus. Taylor holds things up. She'll cycle it into the far side corner, but Lemmerbrock had pinched into the slot area looking for the shot. And that puck out only to Hayden. And Hayden tried to keep it in, and it just skipped off her stick, and we'll have a stoppage of play at 2:43 left in the first. 2-0 Jackets. Crick Thomas and Busick out there, and Hayden and Folk on the back end. Tied up, and Philly's the first one to it. And that's one of the things that when you are in the face-off circle, the wingers need to come in and help their center. And if that puck is tied up, their first instinct has to be to go to the puck. Philly understands that, but Columbus kind of struggled with it there. Unable to do it. Oh, and a big save! What a save by Molly Binsky. Put that one on ESPN. I don't know how she saved it. Have no idea. Deflected shot, right pad comes out. She thought it went in the net. Referee had a perfect view of it, never signaled goal. Philly thought it went in. Binsky knew it didn't. What a save, man. That's a highlight reel save. Now in front, another big save by Binsky. And here, a little bit of pressure now. Thomas with it on her stick. And she puts it right into 3 Flyers. Now Folk. Peyton Folk up to Thomas. Thomas tries to find Crick. Crick does. Crick fires, and it's sticked aside. She took the shot from about 30 feet. She had enough time, but maybe just out of gas. And here come the Flyers back the other way. Folk, good defensive positioning, but that loose puck skips out onto the Flyers, and that's a goal! And it beats Binsky from the top of the circle on the right-hand side, and the Flyers are on the board at 1:31 left. Even strength goal. The Jackets will get a line change in here as the Flyers draw within one, and just a goal out of nothing. And you know Molly Binsky wants that one back. It went right side blocker low, and a laser beam beats her, and Miller wins the face-off cleanly back to Davies. As now Miller with it. Miller will skate to across the blue line and chip it in. Talibi on the forecheck. Nice work by Talibi. She's just going to pin it against the boards, and Miller with it. Miller tries to find Loftus. Loftus cycles it in down low. Miller out front looking for Loftus again. Prahl steps up, and she's in no man's land, and here they come the other way. Cannot be pinching like this, folks. Defense first. Flyers in behind the net. Under a minute to play in the first. Out front for the centering pass, but Davies breaks that up. Davies with it now. Davies finds Miller. Miller deflects it ahead for Loftus. Now the Flyers chip it into the zone. Miller's going to pick that up with 35 left. Miller's 1-on-3. Miller takes it to the left-hand side. Puts it in on net, looking for the defense. Or the deflection, sorry. It was a good effort by Miller. She put it in off the pads looking for the rebound, but no Jacket was there. Davies now 60 feet away, out front. Miller can't get the tip with 20 seconds left in the period. Jackets trying to keep things in. It's caught in Davies, and Davies now with it. Davies right at the red line. That puck is going to squirt out, and we're going to have an icing call with 6.1 seconds left. Quicker on that clock. It was like 2 seconds after the whistle, the guy stopped the clock. Taylor Day and Lemmerbrock out there with Prahl and Davies. Defensive zone or offensive zone face-off for Columbus, rather. Lemmerbrock sells Prahl short, and Davies now has to race back. The clock goes. At the end of one, it's the Jackets 2, the Flyers 1. Addie Taylor with 2 even strength goals at the 14-15 mark and 10:48 mark on a Davies assist, and then the Flyers scoring with 1:31 left in the first. We'll be back. Stay tuned. The second period coming at you real quick. I'd like to give a humongous shout out to our British contingent over the pond, to Wendy and Dave Smith. Hopefully Amy's there watching as well, and the Smiths will be with us on the 22nd. They fly into the country, and they'll be with us for senior night, and they'll be with us at Districts in Pittsburgh. So glad to have the Smiths watching, or as we like to say, the Smythes. Plenty of Prosecco, Wendy. Plenty of Prosecco. That's all I'm going to say. And it will be their 25th wedding anniversary and Wendy's birthday while they're here. So both teams back out onto the ice. Jackets going from right to left here in the second. Jenna Day in for the face-off for Columbus. Kicked ahead and chipped ahead now by Philly. Jacket's going to come away with it. Jenna Day skips past one, but she overskates the puck. And now Hayden with it. Lemmerbrock's down on the ice. And the referee loses sight of the puck, and we'll get a whistle in front of the Columbus bench. This faceoff will come to center ice. Second period just underway. Thanks for joining us here at the Centene Community Ice Center in Maryland Heights, Missouri. We're just outside of St. Louis. Nice interception by Taylor. Now ahead for Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock's got white lightning in her hands, looking to get that one its second goal of the season. New stick for Lemmerbrock. Taylor picks it off again. Now Haydom's going to have to race after this one as the puck squirts out. Haydom's going to body the Flyers girl, but no Jacket is there to pick it up. Oh, and that puck takes a wicked bounce, and now Jenna Day with it. It's got Taylor on the left, Lemmerbrock on the right. Taylor receives the pass. Taylor now chips it ahead. It's too far for her to gather her own pass, and Lemmerbrock with a poke check, but the Flyers come away with it. They'll dump it up and out. Now Talibi's going to have to chase it down. And we're going to have an icing call on the Flyers as the Flyers girl just elected to go to the bench instead of chase it down. So I think the referee was like, if you're not going to chase after it, I'm going to call you for an icing. 13:47 left in the first. 2-1 your score. Jackets on top of the Philadelphia Little Flyers. Caroline Crick in for the draw. Wins it back to Thomas. Thomas can't find that shot on net, and now the Flyers with it. Far side half boards. Crick, good active stick by her, and now Thomas tries to return it to Crick, but it goes in behind the net. Busick can't get it for Columbus. Now the Flyers chip it up and out. Reagan Davies will chase back after it and negate the icing. Davies stops and goes. Bounces it off the boards. Tries to find it to herself. Crick can't get it, and now off the skate. Busick, heavy touch by her, and Caroline Crick has that poke checked away right in front of us. Philly now skated in behind their net with a little over 13 minutes to play in the second. And we're going to have 18 should go. So I think 42 should probably go for Columbus, and then there should be a Philly girl that goes in as well because she came in after. So we should have maybe some offsetting penalties here in the second. So 42 and 18. So they're going to send them both. All 18 had to do was stay away, and she wouldn't have got the penalty, but she came in, so she's going to get she's going to get the additional penalty, another penalty for. But it looks like the Jackets will get 2 penalties. So Crick in the box. I'm guessing for a roughing call. This is the 12:59 mark of the second. I'm guessing we're going to get roughings. He never made a hand signal, so I'm not quite sure. Davies will go as the captain to figure out what the referees are talking about here. Looks like we should have coincidental minors here. Or maybe we're going to play 4-on-4 because those penalties were not coincidental. There was a penalty called, and then Philly came in and got a penalty themselves. So maybe this will be 4-on-4. Just trying to see what the referees will call here. Regardless, it'll be a face-off in the Jackets' defensive zone. And it looks like the Jackets will need another on the ice, but Davies comes over to explain to Coach Noss what the penalty was for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like 4 on the ice for both. Are they playing? No, they have 5. So Flyers have 5. Jackets have 5. I never saw a hand signal. Was it a rough? Was it a? So a minute and 30 at the whistle. Both get minors for roughing, and will remain 5-on-5. Jackets in the Philly zone. 12:59 left in the second. Things are sorted. We're ready to get back underway. Miller wins the faceoff, but she puts it into the Philly zone. Unfortunate, but whatever. We're here. Philly now 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Hatem's going to have to race back. In front, nice work by Hatem. Active stick prevents the centering pass as Philly had broken into the Jackets' offensive zone. Binsky sees that one go off the post wide, but she had that covered anyways. Now Hatem with it. Hatem will skate around one, and now Najla Hatem down the right-hand side. Get out of the way, ref! You gotta jump, ref! Lazy referee. He just stood at the blue line. Jump up. Come on, dude. You're a ref. Just jump. Susie Talibi, thanks for tuning in. Hey, remember Susie Talibi last year when we were here for this tournament? Do you remember what you had to do for Robin? She still talks about that. And we have a little item to discuss with you about a skunk, according to Kevin. But we'll leave that for another time. Philly come out of the zone now. Day on the back check, but covered up off of Prahl's stick is Binsky.
Covering the mic doesn't work.
Binsky will stop it. Shut up, Kim. On another bright note, the Liverpool's beating Newcastle 2-0. Lemmerbrock's going to go to the box. I didn't see the call. 11:59. Trip Lemmerbrock will be happy that his daughter got a tripping call. So Jackets now going to be shorthanded for the next minute and 30 seconds as Lemmerbrock assessed a minor for tripping at the 11:59 mark. This will be the first power play. For Philly. Philly cycled in behind the net. Jackets with no pressure there. Kind of all over the place here on the PK. Just need to get their shape a little bit here, Columbus do. Nice stick by Jenna Day as she trips. The puck will go out to the point now. Binsky sees that go off a shin pad maybe and wide as Talibi has her stick lifted and Prahl is going to have to release. No, she won't. She's going to just let it go to the corner. Jenna Day will chase it down. Good active work by Jenna Day. Just out of the reach now of Prahl. Prahl has her stick lifted, but she's going to battle after it. 35 remain on the Flyers power play. That puck blocked by Prahl. Prahl now is going to send it the length of the ice, and we will have an icing call on Columbus with a line change. And now Crick and Hahn for Columbus and Philly step out of the box. They've served their minute and a whistle, or minute and 30 and a whistle. So now Lemmerbrock in for another 23 seconds. Jackets with a defensive zone face-off. Who is? Cat Case and Eric Prahl are watching. Miller wins the face-off. Hatem sticks it. Controlled by the Flyers. Flyers turn around and Hatem had kind of committed over to the corner. Flyers cycled it in down low and just tried to jam it near side on Binsky, but Binsky covers it. And again, Miller with a face-off win. 8 seconds left before Lemmerbrock steps out. And the Jackets keeping the Flyers to the outside. Lemmerbrock steps out. Flyers are 0 for 1 on the power play. But they'll remain in control of the puck, and they're just kind of skating around Columbus at the moment. Hatem swipes at it. She'll rip it around looking for Crick, but Philly keeps it in. The Flyers. Some offensive zone pressure here, just under or just over 10 in the period. Jackets now kind of losing the plot a little bit in their own zone. It's all Flyers. Loftus chips it ahead. Jackets can get a 3-on-2 here. Loftus left-hand side. It's got Miller waiting at the point, but she's tied up along the corner. Miller's going to come in and try to fish this out. She does, and she chips in and around the net. Goes off a skate. Caroline Crick, good work by her. Crick now fires it into the... Tries to center it, but Loftus picks it up. Now out front, Crick can't pull the trigger. Crick cycles it around. Crick now from the point. Fires it. Now Philly, right-hand side. Flyers. Chipped ahead of Prawl. He's going to go deep. Talibi's going to pick it up. We're going to have an icing call on the Flyers. And we'll have an offensive zone face-off here for Columbus with 9:08 left in the second. 2-1 your score to Addison Taylor goals. The difference in this one is the Jackets on top of the Flyers. Liverpool on top of Newcastle, and I know that Dave Smith is probably happy about that one. Jenna Day in for it. And again, our forwards winning the face-off, getting tied up. Binsky with the save. Rebound attempt. Binsky's on her back. You've got to get the wingers need to get into that circle. They're just watching the puck. And we can't have that. We have to be on our toes, ready to go. And that's a couple times here already this game that's happened. And now Prawl with it at center ice. She chips it high. Now Thomas, in front of her own bench, wraps it in around the net. Busick will give chase. Busick shovels it on her backhand, but it goes onto a Flyer stick. Goes off the coping. Prawl can't collect it. And again, here come the Flyers, shorthanded. Oh, and a goal! Binsky tried to headbutt it, and the Flyers tie things up at the 8:15 mark. And Elena Prawl had that puck at the blue line skip over her stick, and it allowed for the 2-on-1, but Binsky from the top of the circle, that fluttering puck was about head height, and it kind of caught her off guard. She tried to headbutt it, and it just kind of skewed out of her way and found the top of the net. And the Flyers draw things level here with 8:15 left in the second. So 2 early goals negated by Flyers, and we're tied up. And Tammy Gillespie, thanks for tuning in. Lemmerbrock now with it out front. Taylor can't. She just tried to pass it into the net, and now the net's off. How many more times is she going to push it off? How many more times is she going to push it off? Like, you can't keep pushing the net off. Call the penalty. You can't just kick the net off. Folk can't keep it in. She'll collect it at neutral ice. Crick's back there as well, and it goes into the Philly zone. Philly now with the puck. Remember the last 2 times these teams faced each other? It was a shootout. Both times. Philly, 2-on-1 out front. Binsky, big save, and she needed to. Another big save is Folk's ankles were a bit twisted there and tried to provide some defense, but Philly just exploiting that. Taylor will chase it down at the half boards. And Folk now behind the net. Jackets look a little pedestrian at the moment. Folk wraps it around near side for Taylor. Taylor backhands it in behind the net. And Taylor puts it right out front on a Philly stick. Lemmerbrock now with it on the right-hand side, but Philly intercepts, and they're going to keep control of the puck. Blockered aside by Binsky. In behind the net, and now this pressure is all Philly. The Jackets have allowed the Flyers to get back in this game, thinking they were going to cruise 2-0. And now in the slot area, they tried to feed it. Meanwhile, Philly's getting line changes in, and the Jackets can't. Now Taylor with it. Oh, come on. We're trying to be too cute with it. Let's go. Now Taylor, left-hand side. She'll dump it in. Jackets trying to get a line change going here as the Philly goalie touches up. She'll cover with 6:20 left in the second. Two-2 your score. Second period goal from the Flyers tied things up. Miller wins the face-off to Talibi. Back to Prawl. Prawl fires. Oh, and that rebound. Miller is going to collect it, looking for a centering pass. Tries to find Loftus. Reagan Davies is going to keep it. She'll fire it in, and it goes just wide. Another pad save. Davies gets clumped in front of the official, and the official just lets him go on. Nice work by Talibi at the near side boards. That puck finally going to squirt out, and here comes Philly. Good pressure by the Jackets. Unable to get a goal there, but the Jackets with good pressure. Prawl with it. That puck goes up off of Philly's stick. Should come outside the zone for a face-off. It's got to come outside. It went off of Philly's stick. It's got to go outside. It went off of Philly's stick. Jackets go get a line change in. It went off of Philly's stick. It's got to go outside. I know. The referees, they're all blind, right? Controlled by Philly. Puck comes in, hits Crick, deflects off into the near side corner. Up and out, but Philly control. Lily Talibi with it. She's pushed off the puck, but she'll maintain perseverance there, and the Jackets come away with it thanks to Lily Talibi. Talibi pinches. Got to be careful. This is what got us in trouble the last time. We cannot pinch, and here we go out. Back the other way. Crick will be on the back check, and Haydom's there, but Crick will pick up the loose puck now. Chipped ahead. There was a slash on Busick. No call. She didn't even have the puck. Just a blatant slash right in the hands. The referees let it go. Now Philly. Stick to side. Jackets try to break this one up. They do. Nice work by Caroline Crick. A block, and then negated that second shot. Lily Talibi now. She's hemmed against the boards, and Flyers keep it in the zone. A little reverse check there, but Caroline Crick is going to get called for a minor penalty at 4:37. Checking call. Probably should have gone the other way because the girl backed into her. Did you see that? The girl backed into her. And they called Caroline for it. So now the Jackets, again on the PK. Face off to the left of Molly Binsky. Face off. Again, the Jackets standing looking at the puck. And it's going to allow the Flyers to cycle it in down low. They'll be along the far side corner. Goes off of Prawl's stick. Davies chases back after it. Davies now. Davies left-hand side. Cross-ice pass off of Jenna Day. It's a little bit behind of her. She had to knife it ahead and offside. Should have been. Prawl finds it. And now Taylor, she's looking to pounce on that empty puck. Flyers back on their own zone with 4 to go left in the period. 52 left in the Flyers power play. Binsky gloves that for the whistle on a 60-footer from the Flyers. Flyers will change up their power play. Brian Worsley is watching as well. Flyers control that faceoff as Day was tied up, and the Jackets not reacting in the faceoff circle again. Puck is going to go up and out of the zone with 30 left in the Flyers power play. Nice work. Taylor can't find it. And here come the Flyers, and the Jackets not finding the puck this period, that's for sure. Out front now, Prawl. Prawl's going to chip it high up and out. That puck is squirt out, and now we're going to have, that's a deliberate, bring it down, intentional. 11 seconds left on Crick's penalty. Flyers control it. Back to Prawl. Prawl chips it up and out into the zone. Flyers have to get back on side. Crick penalty is going to expire. Jackets kill it off. And we're back to full strength hockey. Right-hand side now in behind the net. Prawl chases it down for Columbus. Wraps it around. And now Lemmerbrock with it. Lemmerbrock Goes off a deflection. Miller has that poke checked off her stick as she was looking to break down the right-hand side. Here comes Philly back the other way. Dump it in behind the net. Prawl again for Columbus. 2:46 left in the second. Miller now ahead for Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock leaves it for Miller, but it was just too far ahead of her. Nice work there, but Hayden keeps it in. She'll fire it. Goes off a Philly player. That's brave. I wouldn't stand in front of Najla Hayden's shot. Now out front, hits Miller. Miller fires, goes off a stick, and now lands at the skates of Philly in the slot, and they break the other way. 3-on-2 developing for Philadelphia. Hayden poke checks it away, goes onto a Philly stick, fires, blocker to side, rebound attempt, and it's covered by Binsky. And good counterattack there by Philadelphia. Jackets had some good pressure too, and the goalie's now making some big saves with 2:11 left in the second period, tied up between the Jackets and the Philadelphia Little Flyers. Michelle Waugh is watching. Thanks for tuning in, Michelle. Glad to have you with us today. From the Centene Community Ice Center in Maryland Heights, Missouri. Taylor overskates it. Philly maintain control. Pressured by Folk now out front. Jenna Day picks it up, finds Taylor on the left-hand side. Taylor is going to skate into open ice. Skates by one. Taylor now on the backhand. Taylor fires on the deflection. Talibi can't get it. And that puck will go in behind the net with 1:45 left. Breakout now by Philly. It's going to be chipped ahead, and that puck will go for icing with 1:36 left in the second. Offensive zone faceoff for Columbus now. Jenna Day, Addie Taylor, and Bella Talibi out there with Najla Hayden and Peyton Folk. Face-off controlled by Philly. Folk will have it at the point. Skips by her. Now the Jackets need to get back. 3-on-1. Big save by Binsky. Oh, you're going to not blow the whistle? How do you blow it for Philly but not for Columbus? That's garbage, ref. So Binsky's going to cover it up. I don't know. So if the net comes off on Philly, they blow the whistle. But when it comes off on Columbus, they just put it right back on. That's crap. Like, you've got to be consistent as a referee, and that's not consistent. So what you do for one, you got to do for the other. Should have blown the whistle. Don't agree with that. .102 left in the second. Miller loses that, and that puck will stay in from, no, they're going to call it as out. We can't see it from our vantage point at the blue line. Referee was right on the blue line, so we'll trust that he made the right call there. Nice work by Lemmerbrock, but she can't get it off the face-off, and here comes Philly. They chip it into the zone. Lily Talibi now with under a minute to play. Miller goes in. A puck out front. And now Lemmerbrock picks it up for Columbus. Got Miller and Loftus breaking. Lemmerbrock to Miller. Miller tips it ahead for Loftus. Jackets can't control, and now here come the Flyers back the other way. Loftus gets back on side. Good hustle by her. 32 left in the period, and here come the Flyers. Nice hustle by Loftus, but Jackets can't control that puck. Now Prawl in behind the net. Out front, oh, and a backhanded miss. And that was an empty netter. Jackets defensively missing an assignment there with 15 left. Prawl just cuts it off. Miller backhands it to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock now with 8 seconds. And she just feathers that puck down the ice. And at the end of 2, it'll be evened up. So both teams will switch ends here for the third. Jackets will go from left to right. And we're knotted at 2 between the Philadelphia Little Flyers and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Game 1 of the NGHL Championship for the Blue Division at the Centene Community Ice Center and Maryland Heights, Ohio. And Jackets on the board early with 2 even strength goals by Addie Taylor in the first. And then the Flyers closed things down in the first to make it 2-1, and then the only goal in the second were the Flyers, making it 2-2. And like I said, the last 2 times these teams faced each other was a 2-3 shootout loss for Columbus on both occasions. Third period will be underway here shortly. Don't go anywhere. All the action live on Facebook and YouTube. And thanks to Josh Folk for tuning in. We missed you at the Toyota Lounge. It's actually pretty nice down here. It's not that bad out. It's sunny and the rink is freezing. But outside at the Toyota Lounge, it was actually pleasant. Jackets will start the third with Crick, Thomas, Busick. It's like Folk and Davies. Like to see Davies get a goal here. She's due. Face-off now controlled by the Flyers, and they go into the right-hand side across the blue line. Jackets a little sleepy on defense. Puck takes the deflection, goes over. Binsky collected by the Flyers, and they'll put it to the point. Tipped aside, and Folk will give chase into the far side half-boards. Crick goes in as well. And that puck will be chipped high behind of Binsky. Jackets now finding it difficult to clear their lines. Binsky doesn't see that one, makes an attempt at it, but looked like she got maybe screened at the last second. That puck sailed wide of the net, but in control still with the Flyers. Third period just started. 2-2 your score. Oh, and Folk steps up and doesn't get it. Here come the Flyers back the other way. Binsky just watches that one skate by. Puck will go in now behind Binsky. Folk with it. Finds Talibi. Talibi to Crick. Crick now trying to find Talibi on the back end as Crick goes for the change. Talibi blocks it. Nice work by her. And now Prawl with it for Columbus. High up and out. Good work by Prawl. She keeps it up and out, but the Jackets now very little puck possession for them here in the third. They've been on defensive mode, and they need to settle things down a little bit. Out front, Binsky's going to cover it, and we'll have a defensive zone face-off. Thanks for the Clarks for tuning in. Face-off now in the Jackets defensive zone. Miller wins it. Talibi controls it for Columbus, but it goes off the toe of her stick. And now Bella Talibi is trying to bowl things ahead here, and it's in between her skates. And finally, Lila Talibi comes away with it. She backhands it looking for Loftus, but puts it right on the stick of a Flyer. Now the Flyers stretch things out through neutral ice. Jackets kind of on their heels a little bit here. Ever since that second goal went in, the Jackets have not. Elena Prawl sends a laser to Talibi. She's never going to catch that. And now Lily Talibi with it. Left-hand side. Miller on the backhand. Lauren Miller skates around one. Miller out front. Oh, and the deflection almost went in. Talibi can't find it. Loftus fires. Miller. Boom! Miller on the backhand. Lauren Miller on the rebound for the Jackets, and I owe her $100. Miller even strength goal at the 12-10 mark, and the Jackets on top off the rebound. Right place, right time for Lauren Miller, and it's 3-2 Jackets. 12-10 left. 12-10 left in the third. Oh, it was against the Kachinas. That was my bet this morning. I thought we were playing them this morning. I said, Lauren, if you score against the Kachinas, I'll give you $100. She's going to ask me for that money. I'll give her $50. Oh, she's going to ask for it as soon as she sees me. Jackets now with it. It looks like Lemmerbrock may have taken that puck offside, but they didn't call it. Out front, Taylor. Taylor fires out front. Deflection. Nice work by the goalie. And now here come the Flyers back the other way. Flyers a little jump in their step now. Trail by a goal. 11:30 left in the period. Flyers still with the puck as they cycle it. Looking out front for centering pass. But Reagan Davies does well. Jenna Day falls down. Jenna, got to get your skates sharpened. That's about the third time you've fallen down, girl. Might have to go get your skates sharpened. Jackets ice it with 11:14 left in the period. 3-2 your score. Lauren Miller on a rebound. Off the right pad save, and she tucks it home, and it's giving the Jackets the lead. Senior from Beaver Creek, Ohio. Play her college hockey here at Lindenwood, so this will be her home rink next fall, as she committed back in November. Jackets now just have to keep some level heads here, right? Puck is sent cross ice. Lily Talibi, good work by her. Talibi now, and that puck is chopped down by Elena Prawl, but it's still in the zone. Columbus now in defensive mode again as Crick goes back for it. Crick flutters it out along the half boards, and now Thomas is going to have to hurry. Thomas skips it ahead. Now Ava Busick on the left-hand side. Thomas flutters for Busick, and a little too far ahead of her. Cut off by Talibi, kept in the zone by Lily. And now Thomas with it. Thomas from the slot area. Thomas on the backhand. And now Crick with it. Crick fires out front. Goes off a skate. 10:22 left in the period. Flyers stretch pass it out. This is going to go the length of the ice. We're going to call it a tip as Talibi goes back. Cut off by the Flyers. Crick, nice 200-foot play by Caroline Crick. Man, she is always in the right spot. When Caroline Crick is on the ice, watch her, because she is always in the right place. Forward, defense, she just has a knack for where to be, and it's just a pleasure to watch her, and we're glad that she's on our team. Here come the Flyers, back the other way, and Elena Prawl took a penalty at the 9:43 mark. So now Jackets going to have to kill off a minor penalty for, I think it was a checking call, but I'm not sure. So Jackets shorthanded for the next minute and 30 seconds. Now Bella Talibi with it for Columbus. Talibi now with a little bit of space. Miller picks up the loose puck. Miller's just trying to dump this in. She'll fire it again. It goes off a skate, covered up.
Get up there!
He blew the whistle. He blew the whistle. Loftus fires on. She can't pull the trigger. Goes off the heel of her stick. Miller now on the shorthanded. She's going to have that puck roll off her stick. And, man, Loftus was just wide open. I think her eyes got ahead of her. And she took her eyes off the puck. Hayden now behind the net for Columbus. It's 1-on-2 here. 35 left in the Philly power play. Davies is going to skip it ahead. Davies with it. She chips it ahead to herself and finds Loftus. Loftus can't control it. Loftus now behind her own net. 15 left. Davies will chase it down. Jackets in their own zone. Davies now trying to find an outlet here. And Davies just going to hold this up, and she'll race forward again into the corner. Davies takes one in the face. Prawl comes out of the box. Jackets kill the penalty off, and we'll be on 5-on-5 with 8:12 left. And that was incidental as Davies went in. The stick from the Flyers girl, just there's nothing really she could do. You know, and she was the first one to try to apologize, like, hey, are you okay? And Davies is all right, but the stick went right up into her mask. The face-off will be to the left of Binsky with 8:12 left in the third. Day Taylor Lemmerbrock out there. Binsky covers it up. That puck was shot ahead on the forehand by the Flyers. It's right in her wheelhouse, so Jenna Day is going to have to just try to tie this up a little bit as the Flyers can shoot it right off the face-off. Flyers behind the net. Puck will skate out. Here comes Taylor. Taylor feathers it, and she'll go around and chase it into the corner. Wow, there's a trip. Wow. There we go. It's about time. Jackets going to go to their first power play of the game at the 7:49 mark. That's a Kurt Lemmerbrock or a trip. So Jackets now on their first power play. Taylor, Lemmerbrock, and Day out there with Hayden and Davies as the Jackets will try to double their lead here. Lemmerbrock can't control it. This is going to go the length of the ice, and we're going to have an icing call. Jackets a little slow on that face-off again. Looks like they're going to push maybe Davies up to take the face-off. Nope. Taylor's going to take it. I thought Davies maybe would have taken it. I'm going to put Prawl up front as a big body. But they took off a face-off winner and put on, like, I don't understand that call, but I'm not the coach. In behind the net now, Prawl will chase it. Lemmerbrock wraps it around, finds Taylor. Taylor out to Davies. Davies from the point, out front looking for the tip. Prawl couldn't put her stick down as Davies is trying to feed it to her, and Lemmerbrock now backhands it for Taylor. Jackets cycle here and run some time off on the power play. Davies from the high slot, fires, takes a tip, goes just wide. Prawl was in front. Now Lemmerbrock behind the net. Lemmerbrock finds Taylor. Taylor shovels it around back to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock back to Taylor. Good cycle here by Columbus. 40 seconds left. Davies fires out front, and Prawl on the rebound. And it's 4-2, baby. Power play goal. Elena Prawl on the rebound. Picking up slop and sending it home. And that goal at the 6:54 mark, that's a power play goal in the third. Jackets 4, Philly 2. Davies fires it low. The rebound comes right on Prawl's stick, and she's not going to miss from there. And the Jackets now up by a pair with 6:54 left here in the third. Amy Rumpke, thank you for tuning in, Amy Rumpke. Yeah, we do wish Morgan and Gracie were here. And now Busick on the far side. Good work by Ava Busick, getting physical. Crick now with it. Crick fires, goes off the post. Here comes Philly back the other way. Right-hand side, 6:30 left in the third. Jackets up by 2. Elena Prawl in behind the net. She's back on defense. She'll wrap it around. It's kept in by Philly. They'll dump it ahead out front, and good work by Lily Talibi to get physical in front of Binsky. Prevents the shot, and Binsky just covers it up, and the Jackets will change lines with 6:16 left in the third. Miller wins it, but she actually won it on the second swipe and pushed it ahead. So Philly controls, and that puck is going to be shot way high and around. Bella Talibi now goes in. Good work by Bella to just tie things up, and Miller comes in along with Davies. That's going to be an offside call, and we'll have a face-off at neutral ice with 5:55 left here in the third. Halftime between Newcastle and Liverpool, and the Mighty Reds are on top of Newcastle United in the English Premier League. And those of you that know me know that I'm a Liverpool fan, so struggled a bit this year. There's Talibi now, outpaced down the left wing, but chasing the Flyers back into their own zone. Loftus and Miller up on the forecheck. Now Bella Talibi with it, left-hand side. Fires it in behind the net. Kept in by Hayden. Hayden behind the net. Talibi there. Talibi looking out front. Out to Hayden. Hayden got nothing on that. She had to take 2 touches, and now the Flyers are going to ice this puck with 5:02 left in the third. Hi, Jen Travers. Thanks for watching the broadcast. Crick, Thomas, Busick, Hayden, and Davies out there for Columbus. Offensive zone faceoff. Crick is tied up. Thomas comes in, fires. Rebound. Can't be collected by Columbus, and now Hayden will chase back after it. So good quick shot there. Hayden now looking for Thomas. Thomas is tripped up in front of the penalty box. There's no call. Caroline Crick is in there. Hayden cut that off. Now here's Crick for Columbus. Crick now, top of the slot. Crick fires, goes just wide. Busick back there, out front, sticked aside by the goalie. And now Davies. Davies with it. Oh, and Davies went off the stick and out of play, and that should stay in the zone. Good defensive stick play by Philadelphia, but Davies sidesteps 2, gets the shot off. What an active stick by Philly. That should stay in the zone. That was a great defensive play. No way. That was all defensive play. All right, well, the referees aren't going to give Philly credit, but I'm going to give Philly credit because that was a great defensive play. That defenseman got the stick on Davies. She was free on goal. So the brothers that are the referees missed that one, but we saw it, you saw it, whatever. 4:22 left in the period. Philly now pressed by Lemmerbrock in their own zone. Good work by her. Taylor comes away with it. She'll leave it for Davies. Davies shovels it. Hayden now breaks that up. And finally the Flyers now dump it in. And Davies will chase back for it. Reagan Davies. Poke checked off of her stick, but Hayden's there to provide some interference. And now Davies for Columbus. Davies looking for some movement. Lemmerbrock and Taylor are down by the Philly goalie. Girls, you have got to give Davies some help here. You can't just sprint out. Like, they were way out of the zone. And here they come back the other way. Taylor fires, and it's wide, and it'll be picked up by Hayden at the point. Hayden fires, goes off a shin pad. Philly doesn't know where it's at. It's gone. That deflection's gone back into Columbus's zone. And now Davies just going to wait. Finds Taylor. Taylor. Day can't get it. Went off a Philly stick. And now Philly come back into the zone. blocker to side, easy save for Molly Binsky. Now Lemmerbrock with it. Lemmerbrock looking for an outlet pass. Bobbling puck is Binsky couldn't keep that one in the mitt, and now Miller with it. She tries to shovel it ahead on the half boards. 2:38 left in the third. Jackets up 4-2. Now Lily Talibi for Columbus will wrap it in behind her own net. Elena Prawl will chase it down at the half boards, and Elena Prawl just going to chip it up and out of the zone. And we'll have an icing call as Elena Prawl sent it the length of the ice. The Jackets will have a defensive zone face-off with 2:23 left in the third. Loftus, Bella Talibi, Lauren Miller, Elena Prawl, and Lily Talibi out there. Greta Burns, thanks for watching. And Danielle Augusta, happy to have you with us in the waning moments of the game. Talibi up and out of the zone, and that's offside with 2:10 left. And we got Ron Davies with the clapper. He's been waiting all year to bring that thing out. It's a neutralized face-off here right in front of the Columbus bench. Miller wins it. Davies pops it up and out of the zone. Now Miller with it off of Talibi. Miller to Loftus. Good pass by her. Loftus fires. Oh, and a good save. Maybe it was a little wide of the net, but the goalie made a good glove save with just under 2 minutes to play in the period, and it'll be an offensive zone face-off for Columbus. Lauren Miller chokes up on the stick. She backhands it to Talibi. Talibi can't pull the trigger. Good stick lift by Philly, and Philly now with it behind the net. Philly, see how long it takes Philly to pull their goalie. This is going to go the length, but no icing as Hayden races back after it. Hayden calmly plays it, loops around. Stretch pass, looking for Bella Talibi, goes off of the Philly stick, and now Lily Talibi's got that puck high and behind the net with 1:30 left in the period. Jackets now just need to keep this thing in the zone here. Davies picks it up, and now Ava Buzik with it. Buzik pushes it ahead. This puck is going to go in on net with 1:17 left. In the period, Jackets up 4-2. Offensive zone faceoff. Buzik, Thomas, and Crick out there. Prawl and Davies on the back end. Puck goes off a stick behind the net. Crick will give chase. Buzik back there. She'll chase that into the corner as well. Step up by Reagan Davies. That puck bobbles, goes off a skate. And now Thomas keeps it in on the backhand. She'll cycle it in behind. Under a minute to play. Jackets still up by 2. And they've had all the pressure in the Philly zone. Philly now finally break out, and here comes the goalie. Philly trying to get the extra attacker on as the goalie goes to the bench. So 6-on-5 now with 45 seconds left in the period. Elena Prawl is going to send this one the length of the ice, looking for an empty netter. And we'll get an icing call with 36.2 left. Just a reminder, Jackets will be in action this evening against the Arizona Kachinas, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time or 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Or 1 a.m. in England if you so choose to watch. Looks like the Philadelphia Little Flyers are going to get a timeout here. And with 36.2 seconds left on the clock, the Jackets still up by 2 in the third. That'll be a defensive zone faceoff in Columbus territory with the Flyers goalie out of the net. Flyers with the extra attack run. It'll be 6-on-5 as the Flyers look to get another goal here. And Lauren Miller right now at the 12:10 mark, even strength in the third, the go-ahead goal, followed up by a power play goal by Elena Prawl at the 6:54 mark, both off of deflections off the pad. Both Elena and Lauren in the right place, right time, almost carbon copies. And those two goals are what separate these two teams. Karen Masters is watching. I hope Scott is as well. Yeah, hopefully they saw Lauren score. And Lauren's back out onto the ice, so along with Elena Prawl, Najla Hayden, Cindy Loftus, and Bella Talibi. Dying seconds here of the third period. Jackets just need to hold on. Be a big win for them. As the Jackets looking to get back to winning ways here. Miller in for the draw. Philly controls it. Out front. Swiped ahead. Philly fires. Miller with it. Miller can't clear it out. 25 left. Now Miller with it. Miller fires it, and it's tried to go for the icing. You got to try it. Another defensive zone face-off. The whole game.
This happened last year, too.
This happened last year as well with the clock. Like, what are you doing? Like, get off your phone, dude. Come on. Miller just ties things up. Loftus can't control it. Goes off of her skate. Now in behind the net. Prawl gives chase. Now Talibi with it. Talibi has it poke checked off her stick. Under 10 to go. Jackets back in their own zone. Hayden with it. Loftus chases in behind the net. 2 seconds left. Out front, that's going to skip out. Jackets are going to be victorious by a score of 4-2 over the Flyers. They get the win. Lauren Miller with the game-winning goal. Jackets 0 for 1 on the power, or 1 for 1 on the power play. That's 100%. The Philadelphia Junior Flyers 0 for 3 on the power play, and the Jackets victorious. Game 1 of the NGHL playoffs, the championships. Way to go, Jackets. That's right. Good effort. And the Jackets in the handshake line, they will be back in action tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time against the Arizona Kachinas. And hopefully we'll see you then. That's quite a long break, so go enjoy the day, and we will see you at 7 o'clock. Have a good evening.